What's up, y'all? Long Roof Lifestyle here. I haven't done a video in a long time. I wanted to do something. I know I got maybe 1 or 2 new subscribers, which is great. You know, 1 subscriber makes me ecstatic. I'm like, all right, cool. I got to do something for the new people. Got to do something for the new people. An update or something like that. No matter which way you slice it. So basically, I can't remember what I talked about in my last video, which has been a couple of months ago. It had snowed the night before, and I'm just like, it's time to do another one. Got some new folks, time to do another one. So I cannot remember if I mentioned it in that video, but the Dodge Magnum that I had a 06 SRT8 Magnum, and I got to where I was just tired of it. I wanted something different. It didn't really float my boat like I thought it would. I mean, it would scoot. Had 425 horsepower, 420 pound-foot of torque, a big 6.1 liter engine, and all that good stuff. And I'm just like, you know what? This ain't me. This ain't my style. So, sold it. Fast forward a couple of weeks, after brainstorming a lot about what I wanted to do, and all that good stuff, I found me a car. And I am beyond happy with it. So let's check it out. Sorry guys, train left the station there. I've been up since 4:30 this morning. I'm tired. Yeah, you could probably tell on my face, I'm tired. Let's take a look at this car, guys. There we go. Here she is. This is a 1995 Toyota Celsior, which is basically the Japanese version of the Lexus LS400. Same engine and everything. This one's right-hand drive, of course. Guys, I never thought I'd own a right-hand drive car, but I do. Pearl white paint, 051 paint code. It's got folding mirrors and everything. It's got ultrasonic mirrors that, like, it's hard to explain. You'd have to look up what ultrasonic is. It sounds really funny when it works, but they're heated. Interestingly enough, the seats on the inside are not. I put the curtains in here. Got those from eBay. I mean, not eBay, Amazon. There's a lot of them out there. One of the most famous for cars like this right here that go for this type of style and whatnot is Junction Produce. But those things are like way expensive for something just going to kind of sit there. And I'm just like, nah, let me see what Amazon's got. So that's what I ended up with. Like 50 bucks for, you know, all the curtains. And they look good. I had issues with the tape. So if anybody wants to do the the curtain thing, unless this right here is aluminum. Letting you know now, if you want to do this right here is aluminum, and getting it perfectly bent to the radius and the contour of your door is a pain in the butt. So yeah, there's that. Alternatively, you can use this stuff that's made by 3M. I forgot what it's called now. I think it's called like a dual lock system or something like that. But anyway, it's it's 2-sided tape, of course. But as you can see, kind of, there you go. As you can see, if it focuses, you got all these little fingers that just grip, and it makes it look a little bit more tacky than, you know, than just the rails and stuff like that. But I mean, this thing is not going anywhere. I mean, it's moving the door. It is not going anywhere. So if you do something like this right here, or even anything else, you know, shop, house, whatever, and you need something that acts like 2-sided tape, but you want it stronger and waterproof and dustproof, dirt-proof, or whatever, that's your best bet. I got it from Lowe's, like 15 bucks for like a decent sized roll of it. I haven't done the back yet because I haven't really had a whole lot of trouble out of those just yet. Back seats. So, car stock, straight from Japan. Got some banging AC. Banging AC. Like some of the best AC I've ever experienced. It's got a little sport mode on it and whatnot. This car is on bags. It is air ride from the factory. And again, that's what the other button's for. Right there in the middle. You got norm, then you got high. Norm is where it normally rides at. And high is, well, self-explanatory. Now, these are not the wheels that it came with. I actually bought these wheels. Excuse me. I actually bought these wheels because the car came with work Eurolines. 19 by 8 up front and 19 by 9 in the back. And that setup is like, I really, really liked it. But I got to where I couldn't stand it. The tire setup that I had on the front was just stretched beyond belief, and there was no room for the tires at all. And if you ever seen a Euroline, you've got, like, you know, where the tire mounts to, but then you've got a big aluminum lip, and it sticks out past the tire, and there's just no meat in between that lip and tire. There's no sidewall whatsoever. So I bent the damn things 3 times, and I said, the hell with them. I got rid of them. I repaired them the first 2 times. The 3rd time I just fudged this, sold them shortly after I listed them. Actually, it didn't take long for them to move. A gentleman from the upstate of South Carolina that owns a slammed Lexus LS430 got them, and they look amazing on his car. He's happy with them. That's all I want. They needed some refurbishing, like I mentioned. You know, the front wheel got bent and stuff like that. Not bad, just the outer lip of it. But the faces of them needed to be refinished and whatnot. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm never going to make the time. It's like, even if I got the money for it, I'm still not going to make the time to do it. So I'll just go ahead and pass them over to somebody that will take care of them and give them the care and respect that they need. So, you know, but once I bent them the 2nd time, that's when I got these wheels here. That's when I got those wheels from a buddy of mine. And I got a matching spare that you can see sitting over there by my table. Cool, right? So it is on bags. It will lower and will raise accordingly. Now, one cool thing about this car in particular is it has a override system, which is that thing right there. It's got 3 different memory modes, and each one of those modes has a height setting, and I guess you could say a low setting as well. And you can switch it on the fly. You don't have to be setting still. You can switch it on the fly. So that was like one of the selling points of the car. Now, believe it or not, this was not the car that I went to go look at. I actually went to go look at a green one, about the same mileage as this one. This one's got 109,000 kilometers, which is roughly about 67,000 miles, American. And I love it. So I went up there to look at. I went up there originally. I went up there to the JDM dealership that we have here in South Carolina, Irmo, up in Irmo actually. Actually, that's the daggone. Actually, it's backwards. That's the spot right there. Actually went up there to look at a different one, and wouldn't you know it, you know, I'm sitting there, I'm talking to him about it. Me and my buddy standing there. I took a friend of mine with me, and so me and him are standing there, and we're looking at the lot, all the cars that got out, you know, daggone vans, a bunch of Skylines, R32s, maybe a R33 in the mix, somewhere along that line. But, you know, I'm looking at the Celsiors and whatnot. I see the one that I want. I see it through the gate. I haven't went back there just yet because nobody's taken me back here yet. And I'm looking at the car that I was interested in. Well, lo and behold, between if I remember correctly, setting between a 180SX and a 240, like a beautiful 240. Oh my God, was that thing gorgeous? Anyway, yeah, way out of my price range too. Setting between these two cars with the ass end out is this car. At that time, it was aired all the way out. That gonna tuck and tire in the rear. The works looking amazing. I loved them. I ended up test driving both of them. I test drove this one first, went back and test drove the other one, and then I went back and looked at this one. I'm like, you know what? Let me do some research and whatnot. Find out common rust areas, issues with the car, stuff like that. See if it's something that I'd be interested in and taking on long term. So a few days pass. I start looking around and whatnot. Now I knew that the Lexus LS400 was the American counterpart to this car. Same engine, the interior is primarily the same. There's some of the electronics and stuff like that a little bit different, like the radio and whatnot. A couple of under the hood things are a little bit different, but for the most part, it's the same car. So I'm like, you know what? LS400 might be cheaper. Let me take a look at it. So I start looking around, and I look all the way from Florida, all the way up to North Carolina. Now I'm in South Carolina now, just south of Columbia. Florida, all the way up to North Carolina. I can't find a single LS400 with under 100,000 miles. 100,000 miles. Most of them, 150, 200, 250. The highest that I've seen was a little over 400K on the dash. And I'm just like, God, bro. After that, I spent about a week or two looking, and I'm just like, you know what? Fudge this. Throw this out the window. I'm going to go back and look at the Celsior. So I started doing some digging again and whatnot. Common rust issues, this, that, and the other. And so I called him up and said, hey, I'd like to do another walk around of the car. Before I decide to buy it, I want to look, and I want to really look. Because I was more like awestruck last time because I've never seen anything like this. Let me do a good walk around and check underneath the car and stuff like that. So make the appointment, go, pull up. They pull the car out, and I'll include the walk around video here. And I'm gonna do a voiceover. How about that? So the entire time I'm looking around this car, I'm looking in. There was, from what I read, 4 main rust issues. Well, four main rust areas, rust-prone areas. Around the windows, in terms of the windshield and the rear glass. Behind weather stripping for the doors, because moisture like to set there, including on the bottom of the door, and a few other areas. I can't remember where. I know there's like 2, but yeah, weather stripping, bottom of the door, and behind the weather stripping on the door jambs and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm looking all around this car. I can't find a single speck of rust. Can't find a single speck of rust. Anyway, now I'll tell you a little bit more about what I found out in just a few minutes. So I decided to buy the car. Go ahead and pay for it, all that good stuff. I get it to the house, and I realized that it does not have a Japanese auction sheet. From all the research that I've done, these cars commonly come with an auction sheet from Japan. So I'm like, you know what? It's probably just not meant to be. So I called them up and asked them, hey, did my car come with a auction sheet? They said, no, it did not. I said, all right, fair enough. Well, one of the folks that I follow on Instagram, Team Free Spirit, follow him on Instagram. He could dig up that kind of information. So I hit him up, provided the frame number, Yeah. Japanese cars, like legitimate JDM stuff, instead of a VIN, it's called a frame number. So I provided him the frame number and whatnot. And so he told me that he found it and whatnot, gave me a few snippets of information to kind of entice me, and it worked. I paid him, it was only like 35 bucks, you know, 35 bucks for peace of mind. I'm good for that all day long. So I paid him and whatnot, and I got, I'll throw them in here, the auction sheet and some photos of the car at auction. Excuse me. Really cool stuff. So, anyway, got it all insured and whatnot. They wanted to give me a little bit of a runaround because, like I said, a VIN over in Japan is a frame number. My insurance asked for the VIN number. I gave them the frame number. They're like, no, sir, this is not right. There ain't no car on earth that has anything like this with it. I said, oh, but I assure you it does. So I provided them photo proof and video proof and whatnot, and they wrote me up a custom policy. I ain't going to say what I paid, but I will say it is damn good for full coverage. Over the course of 6 months, it is great. Super happy to pay with it. I'm a State Farm, by the way. But anyway, yeah. So let's take a little bit more look inside here, shall we? So, you know, windows and whatnot. Of course, I got it off right now. I got the key in my pocket. Nice and clean. This entire car is clean. Just super duper clean. So, as I mentioned earlier about the rust and whatnot, and about me paying to get that information from the guy off of Instagram, this car at auction was rated a 4, with the interior being a 3. Now, in Japan, at auctions and whatnot, there's different ratings and different grades. The highest being 6, and I think you can go like as far down as like an R or something like that, which I think is like trashed or whatever. But 6 is near showroom. Basically brand new car, low miles, etc., etc., I think. This one's a 4. He said that at auction, at inspection, no rust was found on this car. And I can believe it. I mean, I can believe it. I mean, look at these door jambs, you know? Door jambs. I can't really pull that back. Well, yeah, I can. You know, a little bit of dirt, but, you know, all that's clean. Underneath here, clean, everything, super clean. All four doors. Around my trunk, you know what? Show you the trunk. Crap! I just locked it. There we go. You know, down here, just everything's clean. The Instagram guy that helped me said that, in his opinion, 4 is the lowest that anybody should really go for. I hear you. It locked itself back. 4 is basically the lowest that anybody will go for. Anybody should go for. Toolkit. You don't think it's missing? There's a battery pack that's supposed to go right there, but everything else is there. The gas thingamajig right there, gas door, is electronic. It's got a little switch on the inside that's electronic, and if that ever fails, you got a fail safe right here. You can pull that and open it. But everything, just dirty. I need to wash it. Everything's there. This side, crap, it locks up back. So, as I mentioned, the exterior, well, I think the 4 rating is overall. I believe the 4 rating is overall. Now, the interior was rated a 3. It's got a few areas like that, you know, stuff like that. I actually think I could probably get that out. I don't know what that's from, but you know, that's dirt right there. Sorry guys. You know, just little areas like that right there. A few other small nicks and stuff like that and whatnot. It's probably for my daughter getting in and out the damn car. But overall, I mean, it's clean. I mean, even the daggone driver's driver's seat has very little wear and tear for a driver's seat. You know, it's not bad. It's starting to show its age a little bit for me getting in and out, because I drive the crap out of this car, really. It's been hard pressed for me not to daily it. Sorry about all the dirt, y'all. As I mentioned, you know, for the gas, whatnot, as for the trunk, it's got power folding mirrors, it's got heated mirrors, and then power adjusting mirrors. Got banging AC. Got a little high mode for the ride height and whatnot. Car is on bags. It's got a high, got a norm, which is where it's at now. This right here is a little power mode, little, you know, go have fun mode for the car, a little bit more power. Now this car does have, which is what this is. This car does have a override system for the air ride. It's got 3 different modes, and I can adjust them in with each one of those 3 modes. I can lower it and raise it. There's like 9 low settings and 6 high settings, if I'm not mistaken. And that was actually another thing that sold me on this car. I wanted to do a VIP build, and with it having the walled wheels, although walled makes wheels that look very, very, very close to work wheels. Well, already with the walls and stuff like that, the airbag suspension and stuff like that, this is basically exactly what I wanted. Basically. Now, I told myself, you know, I wanted to do a build, etc., etc. But buying this right here, basically already done up, saved me literally thousands. Thousands is what it saved me, and I was super happy about that. You know, of course, I put some of that money back into the car since then. You know, just maintenance and stuff like that. But, you know, and my curtains. Yeah. But overall, I'm super happy with it. Oh, everybody wants to see the engine. Let's take a look at this engine. This has the 1UZ FE, the first generation for the LS400s and the Celsiors were non-interference. They changed that in '95, so that's probably more than likely what mine has, interference type engine, which sucks if the timing belt breaks, but it is what it is. You know, it comes with the territory. Hang on, let me open this thing. It's a little dirty. I need to kind of go over it a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So there she is. You know, stock as can be. Everything's there. Even the daggone battery's got Japanese on it. I do have the sticker. There's a sticker that goes with that little smooth square that's in my glove box. Orange from Japan. That's loud as hell. So this is it. This is my new ride. I guess with that, I'll leave y'all there. Like, subscribe if you want to. I know I've been doing a lot of rambling. Not a whole lot going on with the channel at all, but if I come up with anything else, I will be sure to do a video of it to get something going on my channel. Thank you for watching. Long Roof Lifestyle out. I'll see y'all soon. Be safe, y'all.